What if the peace you've been desperately searching for has been sitting inside you all along, waiting to be discovered? Many years ago, nestled between tall peaks and green valleys, there was a quiet town where a young man named Leo lived. Leo had just turned 24 years old, and his life felt like chaos. Every single day his brain was packed with endless thoughts. Memories from yesterday, worries about tomorrow, fears about things that might never happen. But what Leo didn't know was that one simple lesson would change everything. He couldn't remember the last time he felt truly relaxed. His chest felt tight. His sleep was broken. Even when he laughed, it didn't reach his eyes. Leo's mind was like a river during a storm, fast, wild, and never still. The weight of his thoughts made even simple tasks feel heavy. He would sit at breakfast and think about mistakes he made years ago. He would walk to work and imagine problems that hadn't even arrived yet. A restless mind creates a restless life. One afternoon, while sitting near the town square, Leo overheard two travelers talking. They mentioned a village far away, hidden deep in the mountains, and in that village lived someone who could change lives. They spoke of an elderly man who used to work as a psychologist in the biggest city. For decades, he had guided people through their darkest moments, teaching them how to silence the noise inside their heads. But now, he had left all that behind. He lived alone in the mountains, surrounded by trees and silence, sharing his wisdom only with those who made the journey to find him. Leo felt a spark of hope. Maybe, just maybe, this man could help him too. He had tried everything else, books, advice from friends, even expensive remedies, but nothing worked. His mind was still a battlefield. Without wasting another day, Leo packed a small bag and set off. The journey ahead would test him in ways he never expected. The road was long and difficult. He walked through forests where sunlight barely touched the ground. He crossed rivers where the water was ice cold. His feet hurt, his body was tired, but his hope kept him moving forward. After several exhausting days, he finally reached the mountain village. It was smaller than he imagined, just a handful of homes, a few dirt paths, and silence everywhere. At the edge of the village, Leo saw a tiny house covered in vines and flowers. On the front porch sat the old man. He was sitting so still that at first, Leo thought he might be asleep. But as Leo approached, the man slowly opened his eyes. What the old man said next would shake Leo's entire understanding of peace. "You've come a long way," the old man said with a gentle smile. His voice was calm, like water flowing over smooth stones. Leo nodded and spoke quickly, to absorb the bumps in the road. True focus silences the noise around you. When a child ran past him, he didn't even turn his head. When someone greeted him, he didn't respond. All that existed in that moment was the glass, the water, and his breathing. Step by step, Leo walked to the far edge of the village. Then he turned around and walked back, just as carefully. By the time he returned to the old man's garden, his hands were shaking slightly from the effort, but the glass was still perfectly full. But the real lesson was about to be revealed. "I did it," Leo said, exhaling with relief. "Not a single drop spilled." The old man nodded and smiled. "Very good. Now tell me, what did you see on your walk?" Leo blinked. "See?" "Yes," the old man continued. "Did you see the children playing? Did you hear the dogs? Did you notice the shopkeepers calling out to you?" Leo paused. He thought back to the walk, and then he realized he hadn't seen or heard any of it. "No," he admitted, "I didn't notice anything. I was only focused on the glass." The old man's smile grew wider. And in that moment, Leo, where was your restless mind? Where were your fears? Where were your regrets? And just like that, everything clicked. Leo's eyes widened. They were gone. My mind was completely quiet. Exactly, the old man said softly. That is the secret. When your attention is fully in the present moment, there is no space left for worry or sadness. You were not thinking about yesterday. You were not afraid of tomorrow. You were simply here, now, holding that glass. Leo stood there, letting the words sink in. For the first time in years, he understood. Peace wasn't something far away. It wasn't hidden in a distant place or locked inside a secret teaching. It had always been inside him, waiting to be accessed through presence. The mind is like that glass of water. The old man continued, when you try to carry too many thoughts at once, everything spills. But when you focus on just one thing, one moment, everything becomes still. This was the turning point Leo had been searching for. Leo looked down at the glass in his hands. It was still full. The water was calm now, reflecting the sky above. He realized that his mind could be like this too. Clear, still, peaceful. So whenever my thoughts start racing, Leo asked, I just bring my attention back to the present moment? Yes, the old man replied. It's that simple. Not easy, but simple. The present moment is the only place where peace exists. Not in the past, not in the future, right here, right now. Leo bowed deeply. Thank you. I understand now. I've been searching everywhere for peace, but I was looking in the wrong places. The old man placed a gentle hand on Leo's shoulder. You didn't need to search at all. You only needed to stop running and stand still. And so, Leo began his journey home. But this time, he was no longer the same person. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, Leo walked back down the mountain path. But this time, he wasn't in a hurry. He noticed the birds flying overhead. He felt the cool breeze on his skin. He heard the crunch of leaves under his feet. His mind was quieter now, not because his problems had disappeared, but because he finally knew how to find stillness within himself. He carried the lesson with him like a treasure. Whenever his thoughts began to race, he would pause, take a breath, and bring his attention back to the present moment, back to the glass of water he was holding in his mind. Peace begins the moment you choose to be here. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, and slowly, Leo's life transformed. He slept better. He smiled more. He stopped fearing the future and stopped dwelling on the past. He learned that the only moment that truly existed was this one, right now. And in that moment, there was peace. This is the lesson that changed one man's life, and it can change yours too. So if you've been searching for calm, for clarity, for a way to silence the storm inside your mind, remember Leo's story. Remember the glass of water. Remember that peace is not something you find. It's something you return to again and again by choosing to be fully present. The secret was never hidden. It was always there, waiting for you to notice. If this story touched your heart, please give it a like and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe to Winds of Thought for more life-changing stories like this one. Thank you for being here with us. Until next time, stay present, stay peaceful, and remember, your mind is yours to quiet.